One of the things I hear most frequently with people that want to come into the online space and start learning, it's connected with time. They want it. They're like, Leo, I want to do what you're doing. I want to create this online business and make change, but I just don't have enough time. I'm working a full-time job. Let me get comfortable here. Working a full-time job. I've got commitments. I've got family. I've got a little bit of downtime at the weekends, and I just want to, but I don't have enough time. And that topic always fascinates me. I see a pattern of that a lot, and I'm going to break that down a little bit because I question that. On some previous videos, I compare the 24 hours a day that you have and the 24 hours a day that I have. It's one thing we have in common with every single person on this beautiful planet. Status, wealth does not give you any more hours, minutes, or seconds in the day. We all have 24 hours in the day, right? And it's really what we do with those 24 hours that determines who, I don't want to say succeeds, because success comes in many different forms. And, if you know me, I'm not caught up in the financial success. It's important, but that's not what drives me. That's not what gets me up in the morning. That's a byproduct of the lifestyle. Hey ho, here I am at 7:30 on a Wednesday morning. Lifestyle, living a certain lifestyle, in my case the laptop lifestyle. But it's not about the financial wealth, it's for me. But with the same 24 hours, and I use people like, you could go from everyone from Richard Branson to Elon Musk. They have the exact same 24 hours that we have. Somehow they managed to do extraordinary things, most recently going to outer space, which is nuts. But it's because of what they do at that time. And here's my thing. We are all, if we want to find 1 hour a day, because that's realistically all it takes to get started. If we want to find 1 hour a day, if we're being honest with ourselves, we can. And I think we're all guilty, me included. I'd be top of the list to say I previously would have burned up easily way more than 1 hour a day on two things. Number one was social media, scrolling. How many of us just endlessly, even in work when nobody's around, how many of us are guilty of just scrolling? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Even on our, if you're in a traditional job on your lunch, you have the phone, you're eating and you're scrolling. That coupled with Netflix. How many of us are members of Netflix? I am, have been for years. And while I love a good Netflix movie or a binge watch, I control it. I don't spend nearly the same amount of time on those two platforms that I would have done previously. I just don't. Even last night, for example, I brought my laptop to bed. I spent about an hour watching a webinar. Whereas before, I would have been watching Suits or I would have been watching something. If you badly enough want to find an hour, you will. I was on a coaching call yesterday with a wonderful, wonderful couple from South Africa. And it's actually a father-daughter couple. And very, very accomplished. I mean, both coming from a corporate world, but they've just had enough of it. They've really had enough of it, and they are so determined. They're learning together, and what they do, they work in office buildings close to each other. They meet up for lunch every day, and their lunchtime they spend that 1 hour going through those trainings and the training modules. So here's my underlying message. If you want to find the time badly enough, you'll find it. For me, at the time that I started, it was a case of getting up 1 hour earlier day. It was as simple as that. It didn't even cut into my evening. Now, when I started getting into the training program, I started getting more and more excited about it. So yeah, I started spending more time in the evening on it because I wanted to. I couldn't wait to pick it up again. So might be something to think about. It's really down to how you decide to approach this. And I'm here to tell you, if you want to bad enough, don't use time as an excuse. Don't use investment as an excuse. For less than the price of a cup of coffee daily, you can have full access to this training program. So maybe instead of trying to find excuses, maybe think of why you can do it, why you want to do it, and why you want to find out for yourself if this is going to be a fit for you. Why would you not want to try that? So I hope this helps. As always, I welcome your comments. Please drop them below. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, again, please subscribe to continue to receive notifications from me. I hope you've enjoyed this, and as always, thank you so much for watching.